Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, friends, how are you? I hope you will be fine. Today I am going to give you the dictation from a newspaper passage. It will be the exercise number 13. First of all, I will dictate you some difficult words or phraseography, so be ready for the dictation of the difficult words. Tariffs, load shedding, potentially industrial, furnace oil, slightly, inexplicably, lenders, effectively, private sector, losses and bills, Bangladesh, declines, local coal, high line, circular, cripple, reduction, latent, eventually, noteworthy, Pakistani government, crowding, power crisis, imported, UAE, worryingly, power plants. Gentlemen, now get ready for the dictation of the main exercise. Pakistan has one of the highest energy tariffs in the world due to high line losses and a power energy mix, it is caught in a vicious cycle of extensive load shedding, circular debt and expensive power with tariffs that are 40% higher than regional countries. Full stop. This can potentially cripple our industrial competitiveness. Full stop. The recent reduction in the price of furnace oil may have helped reduce load shedding slightly, but fundamental problems remain. Full stop. With so much latent demand, the government should not raise expectations by giving deadlines for load shedding. Full stop. Instead, it should focus on developing affordable energy, reducing line losses and eventually reduce load shedding. Full stop. During the 2-year tenure of this government, despite a 50% decrease in prices for furnace oil, and increases in power tariffs, the circular debt has inexplicably increased from rupees 500 billion to rupees 615 billion, while line losses have remained the same high, pointing to an institutional failure, so much so that lenders are now questioning our sovereign guarantees worth. Full stop. It is also noteworthy to point out that Pakistani governments have borrowed as much from rupees 2010 till 2015 as they did from 1947 to 2010, effectively crowding out the private sector from the debt market. Full stop. The three principal reasons for the current power crisis are: 1. Unaffordable power due to poor energy mix, reliance on furnace oil, inefficient plants and costly dollar-denominated IPP contracts. 2. Substantial reliance of imported fuel while charging the consumer in rupees within bracket 40% of the cost increase was due to rupee depreciation, bracket close, and 3. High line losses and bills delinquency, full stop. The government had three options for a solution that takes into account Pakistan's inherent energy advantages, developing hydel thermal coal and solar power, full stop. Instead, inexplicably, it chooses to focus primarily on stop-gap arrangements, imported LNG and coal, full stop. Imported coal is risky, within bracket, and environmentally damaging, bracket close, as moves are afoot to slap punitive export duties on coal and carbon tax in order to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, while the price of LNG is tied to the price of oil, full stop. In both cases, the risk of rupee depreciation is being borne by the consumers, full stop. India's plan, in contrast, focuses on installing an expected 1 lakh megawatt of solar capacity in the next 5 years, within bracket, or more the half the total expected new power capacity, bracket close, with SoftBank of Japan, Foxconn and Bharti planning to invest $20 billion to produce 20,000 megawatt of solar power, at price comparable with local coal power plants, full stop. The tariff structure for the planned LNG, coal and solar plants in Pakistan are worryingly high, full stop. Bangladesh has offered a tariff of rupees 5.4 to 6 per unit for imported coal power plants, full stop. Pakistan is offering rupees 8.4 rupees per unit, full stop. The UAE is producing solar power at rupees 5.85 rupees per unit, full stop. The Quaid-e-Azam solar plant is selling it for rupees 15 per unit, full stop. LNG cost $7.5 MMBTU with power from such unit consisting rupees 7 per unit, full stop. We are selling LNG to power plants at $12 MMBTU and purchasing the power at rupees 11 per unit, full stop. What if by 2025 the rupee declines, question mark? Is it fair for the consumers to bear the extra cost, question mark, as compared to Hydel or thermal coal, where the tariff would be less than rupees 5 per unit or half of what we are planning to pay, full stop.